Credit cards are often advertised as tools of convenience. They promise rewards, cashback, travel points, financial flexibility. But for millions of people around the world, credit cards become something very different. A financial trap. A trap that starts small and slowly grows into years of debt. The real danger of credit cards isn't just interest rates, it's the psychology behind how people use them. What makes credit cards so dangerous? When people spend cash, the transaction feels real. You see the money leaving your wallet. You feel the loss immediately. But credit cards change that experience. Instead of paying now, you pay later. This small psychological shift makes spending feel easier, less painful, less noticeable. And that's exactly why people often spend more money when using credit cards than when using cash. The minimum payment illusion. Another reason credit cards become dangerous is something called the minimum payment trap. Most credit card statements allow users to pay only a small portion of their total balance each month. At first, this seems helpful. If money is tight, you can simply make the minimum payment and move on. But what many people don't realize is that paying only the minimum can keep them in debt for years. Interest continues to accumulate, balances grow slowly, and a purchase that seemed manageable at first becomes far more expensive over time. High interest rates. Credit cards typically come with some of the highest interest rates in personal finance. In many cases, interest rates can exceed 20% per year. That means if someone carries a balance month after month, a significant portion of their payments may go toward interest rather than reducing the debt itself. Over time, this makes it much harder to escape the cycle. Small debts can quietly grow into major financial burdens. The lifestyle illusion. Credit cards can also create a dangerous illusion. They allow people to maintain a lifestyle that their income may not actually support. Expensive dinners, luxury gadgets, unplanned shopping. Because the payment is delayed, it becomes easy to ignore the true cost of spending. But eventually, the bill always arrives, and when multiple purchases accumulate over time, the total balance can become overwhelming. How the debt cycle begins. For many people, the credit card trap follows a predictable pattern. First, the card is used for convenience. Then it's used for occasional large purchases. Eventually, it becomes a way to cover everyday expenses. When the balance grows too large to pay in full, the user begins making minimum payments. From that point forward, interest keeps the debt alive, and escaping it can take years. Responsible credit card use. Credit cards themselves are not inherently bad. When used responsibly, they can offer certain benefits such as fraud protection, purchase security, and rewards. The key difference lies in how they are used. Financially disciplined individuals treat credit cards like short-term payment tools, not sources of extra income. They only spend money they already have, and they pay their balance in full each month. This simple habit prevents interest from accumulating and avoids the debt cycle entirely. Breaking the credit card trap. For those already trapped in credit card debt, the most important step is awareness. Understanding how interest works and prioritizing debt repayment can slowly reverse the cycle. Many financial experts recommend focusing on paying off the highest interest debts first. At the same time, reducing unnecessary spending can free up additional money for repayment. While the process may take time, consistent effort can gradually eliminate even large debts. Credit cards are powerful financial tools. But like many tools, they can either help or harm depending on how they are used. For some people, they provide convenience and rewards. For others, they quietly create years of financial stress. The difference often comes down to one simple habit: spending only what you can afford to pay back immediately. Because true financial freedom doesn't come from borrowing money, it comes from learning how to control it.